couple of minutes. They are still doing. Yeah, keep on singing. Yeah, I know.
You can do your obeisances. We'll come out from the altar. You don't do the obeisances here, you can go out a little bit. So that we can do quickly.
Krishna. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this morning's ceremonies. There will be 3 distinct ceremonies this morning. One of them will be an initiation ceremony. There are several devotees taking Harinam initiation, a couple taking Mantra Diksha, and there are a few devotees who are sitting in on the ceremony because they took initiation by Zoom, or they took initiation personally from their guru, and they haven't had an opportunity to sit for the fire together. So there's another ceremony, Simantanaya ceremony. Vaisheshika Gaurangi, 7 months pregnant, and we have a Vedic ceremony to pray for fruitfulness, may bring forward a beautiful child in the world. There are ceremonies at every step in the Vedic system. We'll be doing that ceremony also. And then we have a Vidyaramba for 4 children. That is their first letters. They'll be drawn with, it's called assisted drawing. So all of that will be blended into this overall gathering today. And we'll start this morning with performing the Achman. So if you please repeat after me, and then together 3 times form Achman. Om Apavitra Vitrova Sarvasta Vitoviva Yasvare Kaksha Sabaya Abhantara Shri Vishnu And please take the spoon in your left hand and put 3 drops of water into your right palm, and then repeat after me as you, before you sip the water, you say the mantra, Om Keshavaya, Om Narayana Namaha, Om Madhavaya Namaha. Please repeat, Om Apavitra Vitrova Sarvasta Gatopiva Yasmare Kaksha Sabaya Abhyantara Shri Vishnu Om Keshavaya Namaha, Om Narayana Namaha, Om Madhavaya Namaha. One more time. Om Apavitra Vitrova Sarvasta Gatopiva Yasmare Kaksha Sabaya Abhyantara Shri Vishnu Om Keshavaya Namaha, Om Narayana Namaha, Om Madhavaya Namaha. This mantra states that one may be in a pure state or impure state, but if one remembers the lotus eye, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then one becomes purified inwardly and outwardly. Yena tena prakarena mana Krishna niveshaya. And Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Manmana bhavamadbhakti. The objective is to always think of Krishna. And the best way to do that is by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, without stoppage. Now we'll chant together some of the verses from the Sri Brahma Samhita. And if you don't know it, it's in a really convenient place at the back of the room. So you'll have to do a Vulcan mind melt and try to intuit what it says. Ishvara Paramakrishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anandira Govinda Sarvakaranakaranam Chintamani Prakadasanna Sukalparisha Lakshariteshu Sugarira Vipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Shaka Sambrama Sevyamanam Govinda Mali Purusham Tamaham Vajami Venum Kwanantam Aravinda Nalaya Taksham Bharavatam Samasitam Pudasundaram Kandarpakoti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govinda Mali Purusham Maham Vajami Alola Chandrakala Sarvanamanya Vamshi Ranangaram Pranayakeli Kalapilasam Shamam Tribanga Lalitam Diyata Prakasham Govinda Mali Purusham Maham Vajami Anandani Yasya Sakalendriya Vrittimanti Pashanti Panti Kalayanti Chiram Jaganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadushvara Vigrahasya Govinda Mali Purusham Tamaham Vajami Advaitam Achyutam Anandam Anantarupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayoganam Cha Vedeshu Durlabam Adurlabam Bhaktav Govinda Mali Purusham Tamaham Vajami Pantastu Koti Shakavatsara Sampradamyo Vayorataki Manaso Munipundavanam Sogyasya Prabhadasinya Vichinta Tattve Govinda Mali Purusham Tamaham Vajami Eko Yasavra Jaitam Jagadam Bhagavati Yashaktirasti Jagadanda Chayayadanta Andantarasta Paraman Chayantarastam Govinda Mali Purusham Tamaham Vajami Yadbhava-bhavitatiyo manujasta taiva Sampragya-rupa mahima shayanaya pusha Sukreyameva nidamapatitaistuvanti Govinda Mali Purusham Tamaham Vajami Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavikaris Tahirya Eva Nijarupa Tayakamahi Goloka Eva Nivasanya Nivamamuto Govinda Mali Purusham Tamaham Vajami Prema Janachurika Bhakti Vilochanena Santasadeva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shama Sundaram Achinchyanaswarupam Govinda Mali Purusham Tamaham Vajami Ramani Murti Shukadani Anena Tishtam Nanavataram Guru Vaneshu Kintu Krishna Swaram Absorb yourself fully in service. So Harinam initiation, someone may say, why is that required? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the holy name doesn't wait for initiation. You can say Hare Krishna anytime, right? We go out and tell people. Yesterday we were meeting people, they purchase a book, we say, no, that's not all. One more thing, come here. Here's a card, I'm going to teach you a prayer. You repeat after me. Are you ready? Yes. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. So anybody can chant Hare Krishna. But as we know from the Harinam Chintamani and also from the 6th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur's commentary on Ajamil, in order to make solid advancement in the chanting Hare Krishna, we should accept the name from a devotee. If I say, says Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, if one says, I don't need to chant under somebody, I'm independent, I'll just take the name myself. You know what he says you're doing? You're committing the third offense against the holy name. Even though you haven't accepted a bona fide spiritual master, he says, you're disobeying the orders of the spiritual master. He said, therefore, you can chant, and you should chant, but you'll take the spiritual master next life. Then you can make progress. That's our Acharya, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur says in the Harinam Chintamani that in order to receive Krishna Prema, one should accept initiation in the chanting of Hare Krishna. So it's an important initiation. And it's a part of a series of steps towards Krishna, which start with tapa, which Bhaktivinoda Thakur says means turning away from the material world. I'm no longer optimistic about my stay here in the material world. And I start to turn away from the pleasures of the world because I'm turning towards pleasing Krishna. And then next comes Pundra, which means one starts showing the external signs of a Vaishnava, which are Urva Pundra, the tilak, and especially neck beads. For men, wear a little victory flag on the back of your head. And there's So there's a way in which then one feels comfortable that, yeah, this is my role in this world. I'm a devotee. I'm following the process of devotional service. Therefore, we're for pundra, and also wear neck beads, and so forth. Then comes nama. Nama means I accept a new name, and I also accept a vow. I take a vow to chant Hare Krishna. And what is the power of taking a vow for chanting Hare Krishna? Evam vrata swakriya nama kirta jatan ragoj tachuti cha hasattito rautiti rautigati unmadavan riktati lokabaya. This is a verse given by Srila Ishvara Puri to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just after he had taken Harinam initiation and Diksha from Srila Ishvara Puri in Gaya, as you'll remember, and then Mahaprabhu came back to his guru and he said, "Excuse me, my lord, did you give me the right mantra?" His guru said, what do you mean? He said, "This mantra has driven me crazy. When I chant it, I cry, I fall on the ground, my hair stands on end, I can't contain myself." And then Srila Ishvara said, "Then let me give you the most important verse, the essential verse of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Evam vrata swakriya nama kirta jatana ragoj shikticha," which means that when you take a vow to chant Hare Krishna, you embrace this initiation, Harinam. You say, "This is my life and soul, finishing my 16 rounds every day." Even if there's a flood. What about earthquakes? Exempt? This is a test. If there's an earthquake, you don't have to chant your 16 rounds? Say no. I mean, yes, you do. Any circumstance in which it doesn't matter, you have to chant. And if you take that vow, then gradually the heart softens. Vritta chitta means the heart starts to become soft. And then one experiences the mellows of relationship with Krishna from within the heart. And then one becomes like a mad person. So the vow is very important. To sit before Krishna, before the Guru, before all the Vaishnavas and say, "Yes, I'm vowing to do this because I've thought it over, I've read the Shastra, I understand what it means, and I've been steadily doing it, and now I'm going to vow to continue to do it always." And for second initiation, which is mantra diksha, which is the next step after nama, then comes mantra. So mantra means that you've been steady in chanting Hare Krishna for some time. And when the Guru and the other Vaishnavas come together and decide, yes, this person should now accept a Diksha, then there's the mantras which have been passed down through the great acharyas and saints that are deities, sound deities that you chant to come closer to the form of Krishna, and then come together, which means that with those mantras, you have mula mantras by which you're now qualified by being awarded the second initiation to approach the deity in the temple, touch the Iha, even in this world, by taking shelter of this process of initiation. So what we're going to do now, because everyone looks like they need a little bit of action, excitement. Thank you for tolerating my talk. There's a few things that will happen next. One is that we'll call up the two devotees who are taking mantra diksha to come here and accept a certificate, which means acknowledgement. They're taking second initiation. Just after this ceremony, I'll sit with them and I'll give them the mantras. I'll speak the mantras that Prabhupada spoke to me. I'll speak it into their right ear. And then you'll chant the mantra 3 times a day. Series of mantras. You stop what you're doing, touch water, and you sit down and chant your mantras 3 times a day. So you'll receive those just after this ceremony. But for now, when I call you, come up and offer obeisance to Prabhupada, to your Guru, and then you'll accept the certificate. You'll get a Brahman's thread. Brahman's thread is superficial, actually. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur had introduced it into Vaishnava initiation to show the smartas of India that when one becomes a Vaishnava, despite whatever position one comes from, whatever caste is one becomes automatically a Brahmin. Viprad, Vitadana, Aravindana, Padaravinda, Vimukatshapacham, Varishnam, Manye Chadarpita Mano, Vachineti Tarta Pranam, Pranati Sakalam, Tripuri says Prahlad Maharaj that if someone becomes a Vaishnava, they're automatically a Brahmin, they're better than a Brahmin, they can purify not only themselves but their whole family, their whole dynasty. But if one isn't a Vaishnava and one claims to be a Brahmin, one can't purify even himself. So it's an external sign. Women don't wear the Brahmins there, it's a Vedic thing. But because Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur started that, Srila Prabhupada continued it, and we continue in the same way. And then each of the Harinam candidates will come up, offer obeisance to Prabhupada to your Guru, and then we'll sit here, we'll give you a microphone. We have one person that would like to appreciate each of the devotees who's taking initiation. So we'll say a few words, and then you'll take your names, your beads, and we'll sit down for the next ceremony, which is Siman Tanaya, will be next. No, it'll be the, we'll give the first letters to 4 children, and then we'll have Siman Tanaya, then we'll have the fire again. So now we'd like to Tamal Kartik Prabhu, please come up. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna has seen fit that you get second initiation today. It's all his arrangement. And we're very proud of you for maintaining your vows and also having a desire to take next steps in this Brahminical initiation, which means also that you can start doing deity worship. This is your certificate. Has the verse from Brahma Samhita 5:25. It says, "Do thou practice spiritual association by means of this mantra." This is Divya Saraswati speaking to Brahma. It said, "Then all your desires will be fulfilled." So may all your desires for pure devotional service be fulfilled by chanting the Gayatri mantras, and congratulations. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare the qualification is to advance in devotional service, and I think you have some of this. It says, Krishna das bhavitomati, Krishna bhakti das bhavitomati, kriya kamyana kutopi labhite, tataloyam apimulya mekaram janmakoti sukratirna labhite. There's one price to pay for advancing devotional service, and that's greed. You have to be greedy. You have to really want it. Even in Weight Watchers, they say you gotta want it. If you're gonna cheat and eat at night, it's not gonna work. You have to actually really want it. And I feel that from you. And I congratulate you for your intense desire to advance in devotional service. Hereby, very happily award you Mantra Diksha. Hare Krishna. And Banuja Devi Dasi will say a few words about our 2 second initiates. Are you here? Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Everybody, I want to just give my respective obeisances. And Sarvakanta Shiromani and Krishna, Tamar Krishna Prabhu, I knew them for more than 7-8 years, and they were coming to my Bhakti Vriksha, and I have seen their progress very rapidly. I'm so glad. I wish them good luck in their spiritual life, which they desire to progress very much. Congratulations, and thank you everybody who is witnessing this event. Thank you.
Haribo. Is it possible that we could move the Kumbh Mela to another room? Just a thought. Now we have our first initiates going in the order of those who, when they started to aspire for initiation. So, Bhakta Roma, please, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Krishna's Kaviraj Prabhu. He will say a few words about Bhakti.
I remember Roman being asked by Bhakti Mark Swami to take me as a mentor, and he came out to our house in Lindsay. And I remember us talking together, and he was very desirous of understanding this philosophy. And right from the very beginning, he was very understanding of giving this philosophy to others and how much that would help him to understand the philosophy. So I knew from the very beginning that Roman was going to be a wonderful devotee, and he's advanced to the point of taking initiation, and he is now at this point in his life where he's surrendering to Vaisheshika. And I just feel so happy that you have come to this point, and I really pray for you to always serve with all your heart and to have ever-increasing humility throughout your devotional service.
Dr. Roman, your enthusiasm personified. I first got to know you through Zoom, I believe. And everyone in the Zoom room soon knew who you were, because there would be an infusion of spiritual enthusiasm coming into the You truly have a good heart, and you're truly enthusiastic about devotional service. I'm very, very happy that you're here tonight. Please tell us the vows that you've come to make before the Lord, your Guru, and all the Vaishnavas.
I come to make vows, chant daily at least 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, follow the ahimsa, no meat eating, no illicit sex, no intoxication, and no gambling.
No meat, fish, or eggs.
No fish or eggs.
Thank you very much. Bhakta Roman, following the eternal principle of Parampara, taking Srila Prabhupada's and Lord Chaitanya's order to expand the Sankirtan movement as my life and soul, and depending on their mercy, the mercy of the previous acharyas and all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who are like desire trees, I'm exceedingly pleased to accept you as my disciple, and therefore a grand disciple of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and a member of the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. May all of the previous acharyas and the ocean of mercy, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, shower you with their grace. I very joyfully award you the name Radhika Rasika Das. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Her husband, Bhakti Senior's husband, will now say a few words about her character and her practice of devotional service. That's not a good mic. Unless you put it on your head. You gotta put it on your head, otherwise it doesn't work properly. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, and all the assembled Vaishnavas here. Thank you first of all for accepting Sunira at your lotus feet. And I wanted to tell her about she's been practicing Krishna consciousness for the last 25 years. And she was born in Africa, and she's has been associated with ISKCON Botswana for the last 30 plus years, and has been practicing Krishna consciousness there. Her devotion and intense attitude to serve the deities by doing ardent seva wherever she has gone, when she was in Botswana and also when she was in Sydney in ISKCON when she was doing her higher education there. She has always done that. Right now in Pittsburgh, she primarily helps with the service of cooking prasadam, and above all, she has been a motivation and inspiration for me. She brought me to Krishna consciousness, so I'm really happy to see that now she is taking this big next step in her life and surrendering at your lotus feet. I want to tell one quick thing about her, how she had the desire to take shelter of you at your lotus feet. When I got initiated in 2001, in the pandemic, I used to attend your Make Japa Great Again program every Saturday, and I would tell her about that, and she would hidingly do that on YouTube without telling me much. And then she later told me that I also enjoyed that, and I think that grew on her, and she started chanting by attending your sessions, and now she attends chant, she's doing Make Japa Great Again, and I think the limit is endless. So I pray at your lotus feet of Guru Maharaj, that you accept her as her disciple, and all the assembled Vaishnavas here, please give her your blessings so she can fulfill Guru Maharaj's mission, Guru Maharaj's mission, and Srila Prabhupada's mission as well. Thank you so much.
So everyone should be careful because Krishna consciousness grows on you. If you're dabbling, you might get pulled in really fast. Bhakti Sandhya, please tell us the vows you've come to make today.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtagutne Srimati Vaisheshika Dasadikari Namine Namam Prashaya Shilaya Prabhupada Anusarne Anandika Hridayatasmi Shastra Balivichodne. On this auspicious Ekadashi day, in the presence of Shri Shri Radha Shri Gopinath, Shri Shri Gauranitai and Shri Shri Jagannath Subhadra Baldev and all the assembled Vaishnavas, I make the following vows. Number 1, I'm going to chant a minimum of 16 rounds of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra daily. 2, I'm going to follow the 4 regulative principles. No meat eating, including fish and eggs. No intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex. And 3, I'm going to try my best not to criticize devotees and to read Srila Prabhupada's books more and more. And finally, thank you Guru Maharaj and Guru Ma for accepting this fallen soul. Thank you. It means a lot to me.
That was so articulate. Could have been an attorney. Following the eternal principle of Parampara, taking Srila Prabhupada's and Lord Chaitanya's order to expand the Sankirtan movement as my life and soul, and depending on their mercy, the mercy of the previous acharyas, and all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who are like desire trees, I'm exceedingly pleased to accept you as my disciple, and therefore a grand disciple of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and a member of the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. May all of the previous acharyas and the ocean of mercy, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, shower you with their grace. Your name is the name of a gopi in Vrindavan, and we found her name in the Radha Krishna Ganadesha Deepika, verse number 26. And she happens to be among a group of gopis who helped to arrange loving quarrels between Radha and Krishna. Just so you know. I joyfully award you the name Sita Kandi Dasi. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Then we have Bhakti Rajesh and Krishna's Kaviraj, who everybody knows is the hardest working devotee in ISKCON, will take the microphone again and describe the character of his mentee.
I don't know where that came from. I've known Rajesh for many years. And right from the very beginning, Rajesh showed a desire to share Krishna consciousness with others. And that is definitely the mood of Srila Prabhupada. It is most definitely the mood of Vaisheshika Prabhu in terms of his pushing on Prabhupada's mission of book distribution around the world. And Rajesh Prabhu, you're accepting this mood in a great spirit, and you've done all the things necessary, and you've come a long way, and you're teaching Bhakti Vriksha classes and doing so many things. But just remember that in all of these roles, I am always just the servant. And so may you continue to serve with all your heart and ever-increasing humility. And may Vaisheshika Prabhu be happy with your services.
Bhakti Rajesh, please tell us the vows you've come to make today.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. In presence of all Vaishnavas, I will vow to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra every single day, minimum 16 rounds. Follow all 4 regulative principles, and no illicit sex, no meat eating, which includes no eggs, no fish, no intoxication, and no gambling.
Very nicely done. Following the eternal principle of parampara, taking Srila Prabhupada's and Lord Chaitanya's order to expand the Sankirtan movement as my life and soul, and depending on their mercy, the mercy of the previous acharyas, and all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who are like desire trees, I'm exceedingly pleased to accept you as my disciple, and therefore a grand disciple of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and a member of the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. May all of the previous acharyas and the ocean of mercy, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, shower you with their grace. I very joyfully award you the name Ram Vilas Das.
So I have known you for many, many years, ever since you graduated from the Bhakti Yoga Club from York University. And the first thing that I noticed, which nobody can miss, is your enthusiasm. And the enthusiasm shown at 1,000 words per minute, which basically becomes so contagious that everyone in the room becomes very enthusiastic towards whatever you are telling them to do. And what you're good at telling them to do is to chant, to accept books. And I know you're so committed to that service of book distribution that 24/7 seems like what you are distributing is leaving work to distribute, such as taking time off to distribute books. That's commitment. It's very, very useful. The other thing that I've noticed is your enthusiasm to preach. And you're taking care of all the newcomers. Every week, every Sunday, standing there raising your hand saying, come to me if you're here for the first time. You know, and spending your time with them, explaining to them Krishna consciousness, and encouraging them to take books, read, chant. So very much appreciated. Clearly you're very popular because not just one person, but I think two people want to say something nice about you today. And so with that, I'll do that. Sorry, I thought you were going to answer. So my mistake. Clearly, sorry, I didn't mean to cause any embarrassment. Anyway, so very much appreciated. And because I'm your adopted father, with your permission, Guruji, I'd like to give one instruction to you. And that is based upon Shri Charanela, which means that you have to have full attachment to the lotus feet of the spiritual master. And full attachment means accepting and executing every instruction from the spiritual master. Not just the spoken words, because anybody can execute instruction given to them. But understanding is more knowing what he really wants to do, he executes those instructions. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Please pass the microphone to Radha Bhakti. I hope this is extemporaneous, it'll be even better.
Hare Krishna, Pranam. I'll be fast. I'll just read what Jess asked me to say. Please tell everybody how humble, funny, and great I am. And then she put humble in capital letters. So Jess, thank you for being so quiet and soft-spoken, sweet and humble, but truly for being the light of this temple. We love you so much. You are the apple of everybody's eye, and we're all here for you. Don't cry. You know, they say it takes a village to raise a child. Today is your birthday in Krishna consciousness, and you have a village. We love you, and we're here for you, and we're all just giving all of our love.
Bhakti and Jessica, please tell us the vows.
Hare Krishna. Very Guru Mata. I vow to chant minimum 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra every single day, to follow the four rules: no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication, no meat eating, that includes fish and eggs, and no blasphemy of devotees, especially putting it on the internet, and following your instructions, as my father has said.
Thank you. Following the eternal principle of Parampara, taking Srila Prabhupada's and Lord Chaitanya's order to expand the Sankirtan movement as my life and soul, and depending on their mercy, the mercy of the previous acharyas, and all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord whom the life desire choose. I'm exceedingly pleased to accept you as my disciple, and therefore a grand disciple of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and a member of the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. May all of the previous acharyas and the ocean of mercy, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, shower you with their grace. Your name has to do with the constellation that informs the time of Krishna's appearance in the world, and it's also a name of Srimati Radharani. I very joyfully award you the name Jayanti Dasi. Shamadasi Nadia Kumar, here in the front row. We had your initiation last year while you were in Mayapur. You got caught in Mayapur in the loving network of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet, but you're so eager to take initiation, took initiation from there, and now here we are. And you'll be sitting for the fire today as a way to consummate the initiation, offer the grains into the fire and be part of this. And we're all very proud of you, the way that you're steadily practicing devotional service, learning the Shastras, being an example for others, teaching Krishna consciousness, and we can see that you're rapidly advancing and coming to the next stage of coming to mantra diksha very, very soon. So we pray for your advancement. Thank you very much for being here. Hare Krishna. This is done regularly around the movement when Maharaj gave initiation to him in his room, then he said, complete the process by sitting in the initiation. So Thank you very much for being here, and congratulations for taking first initiation. Now, as advertised, we have 4 kids who are going to come up. I'm going to sit down here. I'm going to assist them in their first letters. Period. Devo Vishnudharana Sasino Narayana Naromai Sasinam Parimanam Shotandarantu Sasino Vishwakshmena Vishveshwaraha Sasino Hishikesho Hariraratu Sasino Mayatayo Harihi Sasino Anandana Sutto Hanor Bhakutu Daratu Swasti Swasti Sumangalaya Krishna Satchidananda Ganaha Sarveshwarishvaro Daratu Garotu Swasti Me Krishna Sarvadokishvareshvaraha Karshnaraya Sakurvantu Swasti Me Lukapanavaha Om Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. connectivity to the higher planets and then to Krishna, and the opening mantra starts the modem to make the connection. And now that we've done that, we're going to perform the Simantanaya ceremony, which is in the mother's 7th month of pregnancy or thereabouts. And the child, according to the Srimad Bhagavatam, is almost ready to come out into the world. I want to give a very welcoming environment and also prayers for protection of the child, because at this point, the child in the womb becomes conscious. And he or she is there, and this helps to protect the child from any bad influences in the womb. First take the garland. You can stop, don't stop. So we performed the Vyasta Samasta Mahavriti Homa. And now, please repeat after me. Om Ayam Urjavato Vriksha Urjiva Bhagami Bhava Parnam Vanaspate Nudva Cha Suyatam Raihi. Like the strong tree, become fruitful and strong. King of trees, having brought forth abundant leaves, may she bring forth fruit. And now you can put the garland on her neck. It's a garland of figs. There are many different kinds of fruits and leaves recommended. 95% of them not available in Toronto. It doesn't matter. The fig is a universal symbol of productivity. Fig trees are prolific. Now, please take the porcupine quill and repeat Om Pur, and then start at the part and you can start moving backwards. Om Puva, Om Swa, Om Yena Adite, Simanam Yati Nayati, Prajapati, Vishnu, Mahate, Savagaya, Tena, Aham, Asyai, Simanam, Nayani, Prajan, Asyai, Janadrishti, Kranomi. And repeat after me. As I part her hair with the instrument, as I part her hair with the instrument with which Prajapati Vishnu parts the hair of a deity for great fortune. In this way, I create long living children for her. Okay, and now put the porcupine quill in her hair. There you go. And now, what else do you have there? Oh, those are important. Now, take the cushion straw, and you can hold part of it at the beginning of her part. Just hold it here, and you can move it backwards. Om Ramyamaham Sulapam Shushkiti Huve Kranotina Subaka Datu Atmana Sibhyatu Apa Shucha Achidityamanaya Datu Viram Shata Da Yamukyam. I call the easily approachable Lord with words of praise. May the Lord understand our needs and fulfill our prayers. May the finger stitch with unbroken needle, and may she bestow brave, praiseworthy children. Haribo! And so now put some of the kusha in her hair. She should be decorated like a tree. And these leaves, these are neat, very good. So take some sprigs and you can move across the part. So you start it here and go to the back and put some leaves. Decorate it nicely. Very nice. And the garland you make also. Okay, give the garland also.
Ribo!
Jeshua Prabhu, Jeshishibonitai, Shishirai Kirchorko Binatu, Shijagannath Baladev Subhadra, Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Please protect our child and give, I should say them, the neutral pronoun, not revealing anything. Prosperity, health, and pure devotional service. Thank you for considering our request. Hare Krishna. Oh, also for the rest of the day, you can only speak Krishna Katana. There's a special day, Shukla Ekadashi, and the ceremony mentions that you should, if you can, go touch a calf somewhere. If you can't, well, even if you can, then the rest of the day, maintain silence by only speaking about Krishna or things related to Krishna. Just be very peaceful, meditative, think of the child within the womb, and keep the transcendental vibration going the rest of the day. It's highly recommended. Don't get too close and don't get too far away. So take rings like this, little deer. This one. Swaha Idam Vishnave Idam Nava Swaha Idam Ashutaya Idam Nava Swaha Idam Narayana Idam Nava Swaha Idam Anantaya Idam Nava. Everyone please repeat after me. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Swaha 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 Shri Chaitanya Anopishna Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Brahmayam Dati Swaha Padantikam Swaha 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 Vandeham Shri Guru Shita Kapalam Shri Guru Vaishnavascha Shri Rupam Sarvajatam Sambhara Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvatutam Vijnanam Santam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Radhan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha Swaha Swaha Swaha. Prabhu, say your spiritual master's pranam. Swaha Swaha Swaha. Say your spiritual master's pranam. Swaha Swaha Swaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Vishnaveshtaya Bhutale Srimate Sajanapriya, Vaishnava, Sarvabhauma, Shri Jagannathaya, Te Namaha, Swaha, 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 Mancha, Kalpa, Puryascha, Kripasindu, Yadevacha, Tihanam, Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo, Namo Namaha, Swaha, 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 Namo Mahaprajnaya, Krishna Prema, Gayate, Krishnaya, Krishna, Chaitanya, Nande, Gora, Krishna, Swaha, 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 Panchatattva, Krishna, Bhaktarupa, Sopakam, Bhaktavatara, Bhaktavyam, Brahmani, Bhakta, Shaktikam, Swaha, 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 He Krishna, Karuna Sindhu, Dinabandhu, Jagapate, Gopesha, Gopikakanta, Radhakanta, Namostate, Swaha, 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 Chaitanya, Surato Pambo, Ramamanda, Devati, Saraswa, Namboja, Radha, Madana, Momana, Swaha, 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 Shri Prabhu. Divya, Niranya, Kalpadrumatha, Srimad Ratnakara, Siddhasarastam, Srimad Radha, Shri Govindadeva, Vishnaliki, Siddhamana, Smarani, Swaha, 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 One
Today is Shukla Ekadashi, and it's an auspicious day to do any spiritual activity. Everybody here should take a short set of Srimad Bhagavatams. Yeah. Today is a day of Shukla Ekadashi and great benediction is received upon those who endeavor in spiritual activity. So please make a pledge, take a set of Srimad Bhagavatam yourself, or get one as a gift. There's many opportunities. You can make a gift for sponsorship in villages in India to help preserve the Vedic knowledge which is being washed away by other ideologies and philosophies. You can sponsor sets for devotees in Latin America who can't afford to buy sets of their own. There's a lot of opportunity. All you need is your desire. So please get in touch with me to find out how you can join the Bhadra Purnima campaign. I just want to thank Prabhu for doing all the hard work.
Uttamananda Prabhu, somebody yesterday said, well, you have to be able to ascertain if you're as happy as you. If you are, then you're too standard. Thank you very much for all you do.
And their team for preparing the breakfast prashadam for all. Vaisheshika Prabhu will also be giving the class today and the Bhagavatam class tomorrow morning. If everybody can please help clean up, just pick up a chair, pick up a mat, and help put it